Hey guys, how are you? I got a fellow who wants to know if his Eisenhower dollar is silver. So I got some stuff set up here. We're going to take a look and see and let you know how to tell the difference. I got to press some buttons here. Here we go. I got some Eisenhowers right here. Right? We know this one. All right, I've already checked. This one is clad. It's a copper nickel clad. But out of these other three, one is silver. 40% silver. How do you tell the difference? Because the look, the appearance of the metal is, gosh, you can't tell the difference. This is why so much silver is still out there to be found in pocket change, right? There's plenty of it. Okay, let's get over and see how many of these Ikes are out there. First, what are we dealing with? And I've got the coin collecting checklist, and this is available to Patreon supporters. I've got a total of 740 million Eisenhowers produced. And they only ran them for 7 years, 71 to 78. Okay, 8 years. Right? You got total silver, I counted them up, 35 million. Now, some years have silver business strikes, silver proofs. Some years just have clad. We got to find a way to tell the difference. But you're looking at 4% of your Eisenhowers are silver. And I've got some stuff all lined up here for you. Let me get over here and we'll take a look. And we'll decide, is My Ike silver or not? Okay, I got to stop. Press that one. Click. And bring that one up. There it is. A regular old Ike. It's hard to tell the difference. The design is the same, right, for silver as for clad. 1976, you have a different design than the other years, but still, that same design was used for silver and clad, kinda. We'll work on that in just a moment. Let's kill this picture. Here we go. One diagnostic you can use to sort them out quick is the mint mark. Now, Philly and Denver, well, Philly doesn't have a mint mark. Neither of these produced a single, not one single silver. So if it's got an S on there, you have a chance, but just a chance. I'm going to pull up one of these coins here, and you're going to see the mint mark. Let's see, where is the mint mark? Right, it's kind of hard here. That one shows up above the date and below the neckline. That's where you're going to find the mint mark. Right, it's the only location ever. And here's another interesting piece of trivia. Here's a 1971. I'm going to put this under the scope. There were actually two different styles of mint mark used. Here's one. So in 1971 through 1974, this is the first mint mark style that was used, and you can see good separation of those curves, so you can drive a truck in between them, right? And let me pull up another one. And this is the second style of mint mark used. It's here somewhere. There it is. And it's just this little squat blob of an S. This is the same mint mark style used on those 1979 Type 1s that you hear all about on the SBA dollars and the Kennedy half dollars. There we go. Well, either one works, and we're going to be able to tell the difference. As long as you can pick out the S, you have a chance. So if it's P or D, it's not silver. If it's S, it might be. All right, well, let's sort that out, and we can try it by date over here. All right, here we got all the dates, P, D, and S. You can see P and D, no silver in there. 1971 and 72, if it was made in San Francisco, guaranteed silver. San Francisco, in those 2 years, did not make any clads. They only made silver. Now, follow up later, 77 and 78, they didn't make silver at all. So we get 3 years we're going to worry about, 73, 74, and the 76s, and we can kind of make a discrepancy in there that only the Type 1s could be possibly silver. Those are the 3 dates we have to worry about and find out which is which. So we got some diagnostics here. Oh, and there's a little star here. There is a 1976 Type 2 that was produced in San Francisco, but it has no mint mark. And it's 40% silver. And check this out, it's the only one in existence. It's a single coin. It's unique. So chances are you don't have a bucket of those. That's another story all by itself we're going to ignore here. But if you have silver, well, it's going to be Type 1. If you have a Type 2 1976, sorry, man, that dog don't hunt. It's going to be clad. Let's keep on going. I got another chart to show pretty much the same darn thing, right? Go by date. If it's a 71S or 72S, guaranteed silver, right? 73, 74, and 76. Well, it's a business strike. It will be silver. If it's a proof, well, it might be clad. So that's what we got to sort out is those. And then the 76 and 77, nope, sorry, man, spend it, save it, give it to a kid, whatever you're going to do. It's not going to be silver. So here's the 3 dates we're going to worry about. 73, 74, and 76, type 1 only, not the type 2. Well, the business strikes, the uncirculated specimens, they're going to be silver. The proofs are made in clad and in silver, so that's what we're going to sort out. Really, it gets so easy when you get down to just, oh, we're going to worry about 3 dates and only the proofs. Well, we got some diagnostics here. Okay, the first one you can do, this is so simple, you can do it at home, is look at the edge, and I've got some over here. You can see a clear difference between the copper nickel clad and the 40% silver clad. And I got some over here we can take a look at. Ta-da! Let's stack all these up and see how many silver we have, because you can pick this one right out quick and easy. How many of those are silver? 1. That's the second one up, is silver. The copper nickel clad, yeah, it's 100% copper core, and it jumps right out. Even if the copper tones, let me spin that and have a look at another edge. That copper kind of turns color, but it's still orange, brown, pumpkin, pink, coppery color. Whereas that silver, that's solid all the way through. It does have a bit of a darker gray appearance to it because well, it's a different metal on the surface versus the core. But you end up with 40% as the total on that. And you'll see this on any coins. I got some Kennedys I put together with a rubber band, and you can tell quick which one's copper, which one's silver. I bet you that bottom one is 1964 to 1970. If I look at that, oh, it's a 69. There it is. But if you look at that, hard to tell the difference between. Look, I'll do it like 5 times and see if you can pick out the difference in color. No, it's pretty much the same color. But your edge is an easy giveaway. Let's see, what's another quick and definitive is going to be a scale. And I just happen to have a scale right here. Silver is a more dense element than copper or nickel, or any combination of copper and nickel mixed together. It's just the nature of the universe. A silver Eisenhower is going to weigh 24.59. Now, you got a tolerance in there of almost an entire gram. Of 0.907 is the tolerance. But we can weigh this thing and decide, geez, is it heavy or light? And we've got the 2 weights right there. I'm going to open my scale and turn it on. And let's get over here and get to work. Okay, let's move this. Sorry, Ike, you got to go. Here comes Mr. Scale. All right, we're going to turn that on. Now, if you're using a scale, put it on a level surface, right? You know, put some marbles on there. If they don't roll, that's probably going to be good. Because if you have it on an unlevel surface, uneven surface, you get a false reading. Turn it on, let it warm up. There you go. And key, if you're going to weigh coins and use that as a diagnostic, you want to have at least 2 decimals to the right, 2 decimal places. All right, let's weigh this one up. It's, what is it? Here's a bicentennial, 1976, 22.99. Excuse me. And that's plus or minus 0.907. So yeah, that one's going to be clad. I can look at the side of that and say, yeah, that's clad. Who you fooling? All right, drop that down. Let's pull up another one here. What's this one? 1978. Put your coin on. Let it stabilize. It'll take a few seconds. 22.33. Yep, that's within tolerance for a clad. This next one, what do you got? 24.73. Way huge. That's a big fat coin. Well, it's the same size. It's just more dense. You have more mass in the same volume. And that is a silver. It's a 1971S. All right. Also happens to be a proof with some doo-doo on it. I was looking at, what can I tell you? There you go. You look at the edge of that. All right. Now, here's another diagnostic. You can do this one at home. You ready? This is called the sound test. You pick up your coin. Let's see. That's there's my finger. So there's the first knuckle. I'm going to drop it from the first knuckle and listen closely. There's a high-pitched ring to it. Whereas this here clad piece is it's gonna ring to some degree, but it's gonna be a lower pitch. Now let's do them side by side. Silver, high pitch. Clad. Okay, that's a sound test. It would help, naturally, to have a known specimen of each to compare your unknown, right? I can sound these both off and compare to that one, and which one does it sound most like? Because if you know that this is silver and you know that this is clad, you can use those to gauge this one. It's a clad. What's that one? A 78? I can't tell from here. That's a 78. Okay, let's get back to it. That button. So edge, easy to pick out. Weight, easy to pick out if you have the equipment. These scales, they run, you know, I got them for $7. I got like 2 left, but I don't want to deal with the sales tax, so I'll put them in the big show and get them gone. And the third test is sound. So, you know, sort them by date, sort them by mint mark, sort them by year, sort them by edge, color, the weight, the sound. You can pick these out. Really, it's not hard at all. Let's go on. Now, the 1976, you got the Type 1 and the Type 2 reverse. Oh, this is getting impossible. The Type 2 has no silver. The Type 2, if it's silver, it's going to be Type 2. But if it's, no, wait, let me say that again. If it's silver, it's going to be Type 1, which has these big, bold letters, right? None of the silver were produced with the Type 2. Now, the neat thing is here, the Type 2 reverse was in production first. That's what they used in 1975. But your coins were dated 1976. Well, they had problems with the dies because of that particular design. So they got approval to change the lettering on the outside of that. And that came into existence for the 1976 production year, which is when they made the silver. Okay, let's take a closer look at this, will you? And see if we can pick out what we're talking about for Type 1 and Type 2. Think big. Big one, right? Type 1 has bold letters, which you can see up here in the drawing. Look at that. Where's that? I got a pointer here. I had a pointer. There's a pointer. You can look at the, if I can get it, there it is. The shape of the letters. These are square, blocky. They don't have points. They don't have serifs. They don't have angles. They're square and big, and there's probably a font name for this. And all the outside letters, United States of America and $1, will have this particular style, right? Don't worry about E pluribus unum or anything on the inside or designer initials. Just compare the letters, right? Thin, fine, that's going to be your narrow letters, Type 2. The big blocky ones, that's Type 1. So if you have the narrow letters, it's not silver. If you have the bold letters, we'll drop it on your desk, look at the edge, weigh it, and you'll figure it out. And here's a close-up of these. Now, all of these images, as a matter of fact, this entire essay will be added over to the, where is it, to the Diagnostic Manual for Circulating United States Coinage. Really, let me take a moment of self-aggrandizement. Anybody who supports the Patreon project to kickstart Numis Labs, of course, we got 17 people for a total of $98 a month so far. Anybody who supports this will have access to the Diagnostic Manual, as well as the Coin Collector Checklist, and more things as we're able to produce them. And geez, we got so much going. Look, we got a whole chapter table of contents here. We're adding to it pretty regularly. It's really starting to take shape. And well, you've got access to it if you're a Patreon subscriber. So we'll get over there, and you can. Well, otherwise, you're going to watch the whole video again. All right, let's keep on going. We got past that one. I'm going to click this, and then here. Where do these Silver Ikes come from? They were produced by the Mint for special purpose. They were produced for collectors. You have this one. These are the uncirculated Ikes from 1971 through 1974. They were packaged in a blue envelope, so people call them, you ready? Blue Ikes. It's not the color of the coin, it's the color of the package. Okay, real simple. They're going to be in the packages. This is the source of the Silver Ikes. Now, some people have taken them out of the package. Well, from time to time, this paper envelope will get frayed. Maybe they left it in the sun or on the porch or on top of their car, and the cellophane tore. Okay, all kinds of reasons why a silver coin would not be in its original package, and then you have to sort it out. But by date, guaranteed it's going to be silver for 1971 and 1972. Yeah, keep an eye on those. Next one is the brown Ikes. Ta-da! Same idea, specially made for collectors. They were not included in proof sets for 1971 and 1972. So the brown Ikes in 71 and 2, 1971S, 1972S, guaranteed silver. In 73, the Mint started producing their standard proof set and adding Ikes in. Well, there's a big difference between this style of holder, which is going to be clad, and that brown Ike you see in front of you. But these are cardboard boxes. They fall apart. Maybe the holder gets scratched up or they got paint on it, whatever. These have been taken out of the original holder for whatever reason. Some people have taken them out to send them for certification. There's lots of these Ikes that are in slabs. But the brown Ike is proof and 40% silver. Now we got 1976 is a neat year because here we have the introduction of the three-piece uncirculated mint set. Kind of neat. And yeah, they're wonderful. All these coins, a quarter, the half dollar, and the dollar, are 40% silver. What? A 40% silver quarter? Yes, yes, there it is. Now the red envelope, some people call it the red Ike, but well, it's not a red colored coin. Nonetheless, there are three-piece uncirculated mint sets that have been disassembled. If you still have a coin in that particular mint set, well, I guarantee you it's silver. Now, they also produce, to go along with that, right, the three-piece 40% silver proof set. And it's got a great little booklet sort of a presentation to it. And the coins are in acrylic holders. You can still get, there's plenty of them out there, the original packaging where the coins are in styrofoam and the book is in styrofoam. It's a big gaudy thing in a box. It makes a great presentation, but you get that styrofoam in there. But that's the way it was shipped originally. The idea was you take them out of the styrofoam, put them in the little booklet, you got a great presentation piece. But those are 40% silver. Okay, with these, because you can open up the acrylic holder and take out the coin and put in another coin, right? Cellophane's a little trickier. It's hard to reseal, but these, you just put it back together. These have often been substituted where somebody will take out the silver and put in a clad because the silver coin's worth, you know, 10, 15 bucks, and the clad, you can get them for a whole lot less. So watch yourself on those. This is why you need to check those coins and verify that they are in fact silver. Then you have these last ones, the black box there from 1973. They continue through like 1981. But all your Ikes from 1973 to 1978 that are packaged in a black box, that's those. Those will be clad. Those will not be silver. Hopefully that's handy to you. And there's one more picture here. I can't seem to pull it up here. Okay, I'm going to skip that one. That's no problem at all. Yeah, that works. So keep an eye out there, guys. Don't get scammed. Don't get ripped off. If it's silver, you can verify it very easily. Okay, and you can, like I say, go back to the diagnostic manual, and you'll find the complete essay explaining this in detail. There you go, and you get that if you're a supporter on Patreon. Now, it's not $98 a month. That's just how much we have so far. That's the total. Most people are in for $1 or $5. A couple of more generous supporters. And we thank each and every one of them for making this possible. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. You stay groovy. Where's the button you press to the end?